Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. A really cool trailer I came across was for Terminator Zero. It's going to be an animated series on Netflix. It's going to be done by Production IG, most famous for Ghost in the Shell. And I think that is a perfect fit for Terminator, to have that kind of techno bend to it, dark techno fantasy. I love it. They're perfect for the Terminator series because the Terminator deserves it. I love the freaking Terminator. They've done the Terminator so dirty for so long, it deserves to have something cool. And I don't know much about the storyline or anything they're doing with it, but just from the trailer, it's a pretty short trailer, but visually, 10 out of 10. 100% Terminator. You see the exoskeletons getting built and just the way that the people, it's very dark and gritty. It reminds me more of the first Terminator, which was more of like a kind of a survival noir, dark, in the alleyways, trying to survive. And the second one, which I believe is a much better film, is more of a straight up action movie, which is contender for best sequel of all time. Down below, do you think Terminator 2 is the greatest sequel of all time? I kind of think it is. It's between that and Back to the Future Part 2. Both very, very good. But Terminator deserves another entry. And since it's called Zero, maybe they're going back because what they've done in the last couple of films is so bad and so stupid and so done for social politic bullcrap. It literally makes me physically ill to think about how poorly Terminator has been treated. That last film was so bad. It's almost a parody, like it was a parody film. But here's a chance to bring it back. Let's go back. It's about time travel. Let's just go back. The first film happened, the second film happened, and that's it. And just go on from there. Because it needs to be about John Connor. He was, the chosen one, the savior of humanity. He's the one that helps rise against the machines. It needs to be John Connor. You can have other heroes. I could see how this might be about like maybe someone who they send a Terminator back to kill someone that's like an important general or one of his people that are close to him. I get that. I love it. Let's expand the characters. But do not discount John effing Connor. He has to be the one who's at the top of the bill. You just don't erase him from the story because that's what they try to do in the other films. And it was god awful. And even the one before that, that was bad too. Just trying to make John Connor was like a bad guy and he got like assimilated. Just no, none of that. Just why destroy the legacy? Because it's a man, because it's a white man. And they just like, oh, no, can't have a white man be the hero. It's okay. He's saving all of humanity. He's like, I'm only saving the white people. Like that's how they treat it. It's so stupid because just look at Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It is so universally loved. You cannot find a person on this planet who says, you know what, I couldn't stand Sarah Connor. Oh, she was awful in that movie. No, she was a complete, utter freaking badass, and we all loved her. It was just, there was no complaints about that. And I love how people will do this whole, I see this argument all the time. If it was made today, people would complain about a female hero. What is stopping people who are like that from saying it now? Why wouldn't they go on Twitter and be like, oh, look at this old movie that was stupid and had a stupid woman protagonist? What's stopping them from doing it now? Can anyone answer that question for me? Well, I don't know why, because it was a well-written character and she was awesome. And even though she was super badass, that scene where she's trying to get out of the mental hospital she was in, she sees the T-800, the Arnold Schwarzenegger model. She is so frightened because she can't believe he's back. And all of that, like in that moment, the fear set in and it stole all of her strength. And that is a real moment. That is a real emotional thing that will happen to people when they get, that was literally a trigger warning for her because it just brought back everything because she was hunted by that Terminator. So it's okay to make your characters real. I'm reading a book right now that has a female protagonist who's never wrong. And it's awful. Like that scene would never happen to this character. I'll talk about it later when I finish it, but it's terrible. But that's what made her character awesome. Just do that because you see there's like a woman and I guess she's protecting someone. Don't know the background. Don't know the story. She obviously knows I'm assuming she's a time traveler and she's gonna save someone. But don't make this woman the most unbelievable badass that ever badassed, and she never gets scared or afraid or anything, and she just comes in there and she's more stoic than the Terminator. Do not do that. I know it is so easy to want to do that because in modern era, that's what you do with your female characters. They can never be flawed in any way. Do not do that. This looks amazing. Do not ruin it with this stupid side character. There was a series of comics. It probably came out, I want to say like 4 years ago, where it took place during the first movie, but I guess there was a second Terminator that was after some other person. And the cop ends up getting involved and she ends up protecting that person. I wouldn't mind a storyline like that. Like, I don't mind expanding the characters. That it's a good thing that happens. But just do not replace Sean Connor. Please, oh my God, do not do that. Do not ruin the story, because we have something here. Terminator is so cool. It deserves to have cool freaking movies. Please do not ruin it. Crimson's in here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.